What if there's nothing to awaken? I don't mean that in a cynical sense. I mean, what if we've misunderstood what awakening is supposed to be? Because when you start getting into spirituality, it can become like an obsessive hobby, like a research project. You read the difficult books, you meditate constantly. You listen to the teachers very carefully. You sit and observe your thoughts. You try to become more present. And somewhere along the way, you create another version of yourself. The awakened version 2.0. The person who doesn't get triggered. The person who has finally understood life. And you spend years and years trying to become and maintain that person. Which is weird, because it's the same thing we've been doing all our lives. Trying to become someone, sound and act like someone we admire. Just with more spiritual language now. Maybe that's why spiritual seeking can become so exhausting. You're looking for something that you imagine will happen to you at some point in the future. Some dramatic event, some final shift, some moment where everything clicks, falls into place once and for all. When the mind becomes absolutely silent, when fear disappears permanently, when bliss becomes your baseline, when you feel like you've finally arrived. But who is it that is supposed to arrive, and arrive where? Where exactly? The person who's looking for awakening is itself part of the thing that's being looked at. The thought that says, I need to awaken, is just another thought, just like any other thought. The feeling that says, I'm not there yet, is just another feeling. The image you have of an awakened person, this is how awakening is supposed to look like, is another image appearing in awareness, consciousness, reality, whatever you want to call it. So maybe awareness isn't about becoming someone different. Maybe it's seeing through the need of becoming someone different. And maybe that's why there isn't really a finishing line. You were never in a race to begin with. Nothing special has to happen for this moment to be exactly the way it is, already the way it is, deep, whole, complete. You don't have to become more conscious. You don't have to become more spiritual. You don't even have to stop being yourself. Because what if the thing you're trying to awaken isn't actually asleep? What if there's nothing to awaken? What if the search itself was the only thing that made it seem that way?